Ellie Show on KICR Indie Country Radio. It is a New Music Friday. I'm playing the best in new country music tonight, and I've got some great radio interviews in the program. You get to hear the story behind the next three songs with my good friend Willie John Hicks. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well, Tim. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's good to have you on the program. I sure enjoyed our last conversation, and since then you became a sponsor of this program, and I sure appreciate that as well. And
it was my pleasure.
Yeah, you're welcome. Folks are really loving your music, and Katie Lee Russell, I want to give her a big thank you and shout out for turning you on to me, man. That's been a great relationship, and she's awesome too.
Yes, absolutely.
I heard, I haven't got into a chance to see you guys, but I heard you guys do some stuff together live, like on TikTok too.
Yes, we've done that occasionally. Yeah, we'll both go on there and just take turns and play some of originals and some covers and just have a good time.
Man, that's pretty good stuff. Two good people that can really sing that are absolutely out there killing it.
We're trying.
Yeah. You've been doing it for a while now. I saw you started about 22 years ago, maybe back in 2004.
Yeah, that's when I started playing and writing songs and didn't really start doing any recording until about 2 years ago. So it's going good so far. I mean, it's very slow for an independent artist, but you know, but it's picking up, and YouTube channel and TikTok channel and all that is starting to pick up and starting to see some momentum. So that's good.
Well, that's great because, you know, it takes a long time. I've just celebrated 14 years of doing this radio program, and I could just tell you it takes it takes at least 10 years to build a brand where everybody's, you know, getting familiar with it and get warmed up, and, you know, and I've been on 13 radio stations here for quite a while around the world. That is a blessing, you know, because what that does is helps put you out to the world, and then you're going to see your streaming numbers come up and people from around the world listening, and it's just going to blow your mind. You keep doing this long enough of how many people out there really have a great love for country music. Boy, you make some real country too.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that in our first interview. If folks didn't hear it, you know, what kind of got you into country music? Was it people you listened to growing up on the radio, or what?
Yeah, I started country music, listening to country music probably in the 90s when Garth Brooks and Travis Tritt and Randy Travis and all those guys, Toby Keith, was you know, coming up. But prior to that, I was listening to rock, you know, growing up in high school and stuff, and then just kind of switched over and started listening to country, and been listening to it ever since. Yep.
Me and you got that in common. That's what got me into country radio. I lived in Oklahoma, southeast Oklahoma, in Ada, where Blake Shelton is actually from, and that's what I started listening to, was that 90s country after leaving San Diego, California. And so, yeah, that did it, man. And all those guys from Oklahoma, like some of them you mentioned, you know, Vince Gill and Toby Keith and Garth Brooks. And now I've had his daughter, Allie Colleen, on this program 3 times. Man, that's been a whirlwind of a deal.
Nice.
Yeah. She's very independent, too. She don't want to use daddy's name or fame or money or any of that stuff. She wants to do it on her own. And kudos for her for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. And to me, and to her, and to you guys, it's all about the music, man. You guys get excited about a song, its upcoming release, an EPK or an album that you're getting ready to release, and I get just as excited to play it on the radio, and that's what radio needs to be about, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It's a lot of work from start to finish. When you got an idea, you write it down.
Yep.
You start putting music to it, and then it goes to Nashville and goes through production there in the studios. And it's a lot for. Then, you know, of course, independent artists are paying for everything on their own, so sometimes that's a struggle. But
yeah,
we out there, and hopefully people start, you know, listening to them, and we'll see some change.
Yep, absolutely. And commercial radio, you know, is a lot of times, unfortunately, about commercials. Well, you became a sponsor of this program, so I made you a little commercial, but it's only like 19 seconds long, just to lead people to where they can find you, and we'll talk about that towards the end of the interview tonight. But, you know, original music is what I'm all about, and you're a great songwriter, too, by the way, and I like to talk...
Thank you, I appreciate that, yeah.
I like to talk about that. You know, you said you've only been writing now for a few years, is that right?
I've written for guitar. Once I started putting chords down, I'm like, I think I'll try to write a song. So I wrote a song. I can't even remember what the first one I wrote was. It's been so long ago. But just kind of, you know, so just started putting chords to words, and it started flowing and sounding good. So just kind of went from there.
Well, let's talk about this first song that we're going to play tonight, because I have not played it, and so I'm going to debut it on this program tonight for you if it hasn't gotten radio airplay anywhere else yet. But it's called Not Good Enough, and I love this ballad. And I couldn't see the whole thing on your Facebook of what this story's about, but it's got a great story behind it from what I was just reading just a little bit ago. So tell us about it, Not Good Enough.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a personal journey, I guess you can say, where sometimes that you're in a relationship and you're with somebody and you think you're doing everything you can. You're trying to make things work out, and then at the end you just feel that it didn't work out, so you feel you're not good enough. So
yeah. People have asked me that about sending music to this radio station. They say, I hope I'm good enough. I hope I'm good enough. Well, I'll tell you what, you are. And I can say New Country's Best, our tagline behind your stuff. So that's good enough to get on here for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Tim.
You're welcome. Now, did you start singing as a young man, or just kind of start, I don't know, later in life start singing?
No, funny story there, man. I used to do a lot of traveling with my dad. My dad, he was a minister, and he loved to sing, and he was, a riding down the car type singer. I would hear him sing songs like Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin and stuff like that, but he also sing gospel songs too. And I just would sing along with him. And then my dad, we had Bible studies every night in my home, and we'd sing a few songs before the Bible study. And I remember Mom always looking over at me, telling me to sing deep and sing louder, and give me some advice and all that. And it just kind of went from there. And I just started singing. It's just something I love doing.
That's awesome. I love Frank Sinatra. I love Dean Martin. All of those folks, called the Rat Pack back in the day.
Yeah,
that was some good stuff. And, you'll be able to say as an independent artist, if you keep doing your own thing, that I did it my way, just like Frank sang, right?
That's right.
I like that. We're going to play Not Good Enough, and then we're going to come back and talk some more with Willie John Hicks on the Tim Kelly Show from KRCI, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this New Music Friday.
Silence hit too hard, the steady hand you held on to when life pulled you apart. I never counted what it cost me, just gave you all I had, every piece of who I was, the good and the bad. I stood beside you in the shadows when the lights were burning low, tried to be the man you needed even when I didn't know. But somewhere in the middle, I started losing me, feeling like I was just close enough, but never who you choose to keep. If I'm not good enough to be your only one, then I won't be hanging on, waiting on your love. If I'm not good enough to be your everything, then I'll find somebody who sees the best in me. If I'm not good enough, I'll let it be. I've been more than most men should, just trying to make it right, picking up the broken pieces night after night. But love shouldn't feel like proving your worth every day, and a heart that's always second eventually walks away. I'm not angry, I'm just honest, not bitter, just away. Sometimes letting go is the bravest move you make. I still believe in forever, just not halfway true. And I won't keep chasing someone who won't choose me too. If I'm not good enough to be your only one, then be your only one, then I won't be hanging on, waiting on your love. If I'm not good enough to be your everything, then I'll find somebody who sees the best in me. If I'm not good enough, I'll let it be.
Once again, his name is Willie John Hicks. That is a great ballad, his brand new single. It is called Not Good Enough, and it is good enough, man. I'm going to keep playing that one for you.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Great stuff. And you've been in music for a while now, and you're getting your feet wet on all these other formats and putting yourself out there with others like Katie Russell and all of that. And, boy, she's an awesome singer, too, isn't she? And super talented.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yep. And now they're getting ready to make the move to Tennessee. You're actually from Independence, Kentucky is where you're still at. Born and raised there, is that right?
No, I've been here for a while since I was a teenager. I was born in Pensacola and raised in South and Mobile, Alabama. Lived for a little while in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. But yeah, most of my life has been up here.
Okay. It's almost Independence Day, so that's my grandson's birthday too.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yep.
Very good. He's got a good birthday.
Yeah, he does. Speaking of that, do you have any kids or grandkids that are kind of maybe musically inclined like you?
Not really. I mean, they like music. They may not like my style of music too much because they're younger, but I do have a sister and my mom, of course. They're two of my biggest fans, my sister Becky and my mom Barbara. She's 82 years old. They love my music. Anytime I post anything, they're always commenting and liking. Yep. So it's the thing about it is, and I've did a lot of reading about this, is that when you start in the music business, it seems like your family is the last ones to become fans because I don't know if they just don't understand it or what, but hopefully the rest of them will come around and start listening and liking what I'm doing or taking it serious or whatever,
Well, it can be on that way on this end of it too, doing this radio thing. I'm the only one that really got that bug. Now, my other brother in Branson, when he lived here, he did some voiceovers and a lot of freelance stuff. I mean, he was Andy Williams' TV producer and putting his Christmas commercials together for television. When I came here, Andy Williams was in Branson for 19 years before he passed away, and he wasn't country music or anything like that, but boy, he's an iconic person, and I grew up watching him too, and stuff. So.
Oh, yeah, nice. Okay.
And his Christmas show was the biggest thing in town when he was here for 19 years too. But yeah, they don't listen to the program and they don't particularly care for country music. But I still claim them as brothers.
Right. Yeah. We still gotta love them, right?
Yep. Right. So it has its own niche, but boy, within country music, there is so much different genres now incorporated. You mentioned listening to a little bit of that rock music, and you hear a little bit of that now in country music, and there's that outlaw country we love, the Texas Red Dirt. There's all kinds of genres within country now, isn't there?
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I tend to stick to more of the older stuff, but, if they like the newer stuff, that's fine, but that's really not my cup of tea. But
well, and there's a process to making that too, isn't there? If you love the pedal steel or the steel guitar, you got to have some of that in there. You got to find these session players or people, if you're putting a band together, that are fantastic at that, and they're all over the country. I mean, you don't have to be in Nashville to go record these killer songs that you make, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, they can be done anywhere. I did 7 of them down there right now. They're very expensive, of course, dealing with, production in Nashville. But I've got some ideas of doing stuff. I've got a lot more songs I would like to record, but I'm going to try to get it done locally or find a place that's not you're not really paying for the Nashville name.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what we're talking about right now is a good lead into the title of this next song, because you're going to find your place in the world of country music, that folks are going to love you. And the title of this song is called I'll Find My Place. Tell us about this one.
I'll Find My Place. I probably wrote that song about 10 years ago. And it's just, it talks about a guy who's just wore down and ready to retire, and he's trying to find his place, and he's willing to travel wherever it takes to travel to find his place where he can find that little cabin out in the woods and, as the song lyric says, and just relax and enjoy the sunsets.
Right. And maybe on the weekends, if he's in country music, play some gigs for folks, huh?
Absolutely.
It's a lot of fun when there's no pressure and, you can take whatever's in that tip jar or whatever the venue pays and you're good to go, right?
Absolutely. Yep. That's the dream.
That's the best deal right there.
Mm-hmm.
But, we all have a short time to make a big impact in this world. And I've said that many times about country music artists and other just music people in general that have passed away way too soon. This last song is called One Ride Around the Sun. That's all we get, isn't it? Tell us about it.
That's it. I've had people say, one ride around the sun, that's only 1 year. I was like, well, it's just kind of a metaphor, just letting us know how short life is. And it's a song that I wrote. It just talks about, I've lost a lot of loved ones in my life. The closest one I probably lost is my father, who passed away back in '89. Mm-hmm. I was 19 years old. I'm actually the age right now that my dad was when he passed away. Mm. And then 3 days after the song came out, my favorite uncle, John, passed away. And in fact, my family asked me to do this song at his celebration of life. So I'll probably do this song there. But, it just talks about, life being short, and you got to, if you got any grudges, you got to forget them. You just got to hold people a little bit tighter and love them a little bit longer. Yeah,
boy, I love that, man. You're the real deal. And when you go out and do the shows, and perform these songs in front of folks, you get to hear some of their stories too. When you're telling like you're telling right now, I bet you hear some wild stories out there on the road too.
Absolutely, yeah. How I can relate to that song, or man, that song really touched my heart.
Right.
I hear that a lot.
That is the big impact that you're making right there. And artists tell me all the time, if I can help one person with my music get over the loss of a loved one, or that might be their theme song now, or whatever it is that they can relate to. We were talking about dating off of the air a little bit. If you write a song that somebody plays at their wedding, they never forget it the rest of their life, right?
Right.
And that's the goal. Yeah. So, man, keep doing your thing. I'm glad we connected. Thank you again for being on the program. Thanks, Katie Lee Russell, for hooking us up. And where can folks find Willie John Hicks? Now, your middle name is Jon. There's no H. Where can we find you on social media?
Best place to go would be Linktree, which basically links everything to every account that I have. But individually, obviously on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, wherever music is streaming. I think I'm on about 100 different streaming platforms. Uh-huh. And just type in that Willie John Hicks, Jon Hicks, and I'll pop up.
There you go. And you're also on the sponsors tab of my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. So hit that sponsors tab and scroll down until you see Willie John's logo, and then click on it, and it'll take you right to his link tree that he just talked about. And I just did it before we got on the air again, and make sure everything's working good for you. And, man, thanks for being on the program, and thanks for being a sponsor of this show. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Tim. It is my pleasure, and I really appreciate everything that you do for independent artists, because without people like you, it'd make things a lot harder on us.
Well,
so we all appreciate you very much.
Thank you so much. That is much appreciated as well. And thank you for coming in and catching up with me every once in a while over here on TikTok. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds good, Tim.
You bet. I'll find my place and One Ride Around the Sun coming up with Willie John Hicks on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this New Music Friday.
My boots are getting worn and my back's getting tired. I've got a hole in my jeans 'cause I've traveled pretty far. Some say I'm old, some say I'm young, and some say I'm having way too much fun. It's getting to the point where it's time to slow down. I've got to listen to the music and listen to the sound. 'Cause in this life there's no guarantees. I've got to find a place where I want to be. Oh, I'll find my place no matter how long it takes. I'll travel the world in every state. From the highest mountain to the lowest valley, I'll find my place. I'll take my hog and I'll go for a ride, coast to coast under the big blue sky, until I find the place where I want to be. I want a little cabin out in the boondocks, away from the the TikToks. Me and my girl sitting down by the lake, watching the sunset for hours in a day. We go for a swim, cause the day's kinda hot. We drink some iced tea, cause we know it hits the spot. We make a little love underneath the shade tree. Yeah, that's a place where I wanna be. Oh, I'll find my place no matter how long it takes. I'll travel the world in every state. From the highest mountain to the lowest valleys, I'll find my place. I'll take my hog and I'll go for a ride, coast to coast under the big blue sky, until I find the place where I wanna be. A little cabin out in the boondocks, away from the hustle and all the TikToks. Me and my girl sitting down by the lake, watching the sunset for hours in a day. We go for a swim, cause the day's kinda hot. We drink some iced tea, cause we know it hits the spot. We make a little love underneath the shade tree. Yeah, that's the place where I wanna be. Where I wanna be. Where I wanna be. That's where I wanna be.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. On KICR Indie Country Radio, new country's best.
We blink and the years slip away. Empty chairs and old photographs that remain. Voices we miss, hands we can hold. Stories we tell when the nights turn cold. We rush through the days chasing our plans, never stopping to just hold each other's hands. But life ain't a race, it's a breath, it's a song, and we don't get to sing it for very long, cause we only get one ride around the sun, one chance to chase down the dreams we've run, one heart to give, one voice to raise, one life to live. So don't waste your days. Hug him tighter, love him stronger. Say the words you've held on to for too long. Life's too short, don't wait too long. We've all got some dreams tucked deep inside, and maybe today's the day we let them fly. Cause the ones we've loved and lost before will tell us don't be scared anymore. Cause we only get one ride around the sun, one chance to chase down the dreams we've run, one heart to give, one voice to raise. gumption to chase down the dreams we've run. One heart to give